Welcome, all you amazing souls, to your Aries new moon reading. And of course, we have a beautiful picture here of the Aries new moon, which it says in the bottom, go for it. And this card that comes from this beautiful deck, the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. And I do list all the cards I use in a reading in the description box below. If you're like me, I see so many beautiful decks out there, and I'm like, I want that for myself. So I have over 100 Oracle decks and over 20 tarot decks, and I'm okay with that. So if you want any of those are in the description box below with links over to Amazon. So I love that. Of course, the Aries new moon is bringing this beautiful, just tons of opportunities. So opportunities abound. You know, we get to step through those opening doors that are going to be coming around for us around this Aries new moon. So the energy encourages us to have courage, to step towards our dreams, to chase those dreams like with a little childlike enthusiasm, and know that they'll be satisfied. There's really this energy of less planning and more action, right? So we don't want to spend all of our energy on the planning stage. It's like, make some plans, but focus on action around this new moon. Use that energy that's available for us to do that. And, you know, believe that there's divine timing that's coming in for things too. You know, make the plans, put action, but for the results, don't focus on the results. Focus on the energy you're putting into the moment, into that current action. And as a little kind of ritual or a little action that you want to do, you can light a candle, because Aries, of course, is fire sign. Got all the candles going here too. You know, light a candle and put your hands over your heart and just affirm, I am on the right track. And then for this reading, we're going to ask, where can I take more action in my life? You know, is that towards my dream, or what advice can we get from the Creator and Spirit around where can we put more action into our lives? So we're going to jump into the reading specific to your sign right now. All right, all you Cancer signs, welcome to your Aries new moon reading. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm just going to ask the Creator for their advice on what you could take more action in your life if you so choose. It's just advice. You never have to do anything you don't want to do, right? All right, so for our Cancer signs, what advice would you have them around? What action? All right. You actually have two. You've got Loyal Heart. Love that little picture there. Yep, Loyal Heart. I'm going to put that one right here. And you got By the Book, number 11. We're going to put that one right here. There's a little bit of a glare there. Maybe we'll put it over here with that one. All right, so let's take a look here. I want to read the number 11 first, and just see what energies come with that card on where you could possibly put some action in. And this is about abiding by the social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. It says the universe works with the structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision behind human understanding. Even revolution has its place in the universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order, usually, and govern behavior, usually, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it'll be easier to go by the book at this time. And I love that that came out with a loyal heart, because they're not talking about, so don't, start building up that resistance of, I'm not going to do everything the government tells me to do, and blah, 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 because that's not what this is about. Thankfully so, right? This is about the rules that people have around their heart and around loyalty, because this is about fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. And the oracle message for this one is, evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. There is a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. So what they're showing me with this is it's this combination between the two here, because the by the book talked about the difference between the human side of things and that there's higher, I don't want to call them laws, they're truths. We have the small t truths of the human world and the capital T truths of the higher world. In fact, they're showing me this. You've got the small t truths of the human world, the capital T truths of the spiritual world, and here we are in the middle of it all. And this loyal heart is coming in because these small t truths that you have been focusing your energy on, it's what we all have because we are faced with it since we're very young. That's been our focus. This is card number 11, which is a master number 11. And for me, the master number 11 is about our ego experience, our human experience, as we walk around this amusement park of fear. It's all this extreme experiences of fear and uncomfortable emotions that we have when we are unaware that there's anything else, and we feel like we are just in this merry-go-round that goes round and round and round, and that we have no control over it. We're just being dragged by it, right? But master number 22, which would come, is the next master number after 11, obviously. 11, 11, 2, 2, 3, 3. 2, 2 is about when we become aware of the capital T truths, that there is this higher realm, that we are more than just this human character that we're playing here in this play of life. That we are actually, that's not the real us. The real us is the actor behind this character, which is our spiritual side, our soul, that powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And so I really feel like this card is bringing in that there's this two-ness going on here, understanding there's small t truths that are really not true, they're just rooted in fear, and the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, a love you can't lose. And then they bring in the loyal heart, and I loved how they emphasized that the heart, that the spirit is always loyal to you, no matter what's going on in this outside world with those small t truths and what it's telling you, you're unlovable because of this and blah, blah, blah. That there's this higher truth that is available for you. And I feel like that is where Creator is saying you can take more action, focusing in on the higher love, the capital T truths, instead of the small t truths of the human world. We're also going to pull cards from the Sun and Moon Tarot and see what else they have to say about this. For this Aries new moon. right, so what else for our Cancer signs, please? What else? I want to that one, and that one, and that one. What else? That one, and that one. All right. Yes, and you have the number 8. And I thought, because I saw the 35 here, when you add 3 and 5 together, it equals 8. And here we go with the number 8 in here. And this is the Justice card. And I chuckle because here is the Ace of Swords here in her hot little hands here. And the Justice card for me is the balancing of the small t truce with the capital T truce. So this is definitely them saying, yes, that is exactly what we are meaning about this situation here. It's about the balancing between those truths, because justice, judgment, is of the human side of us. It wants recompense for rules that are broken. When my small t truths are broken by other people, there needs to be punishment. There needs to be, like you said, recognition that they've broken my laws, and there will be punishment. There will be fines, I say, maybe even prison time. I will put you in my own little prison. And so there is this, the judgment, the restriction, the conflict all happens within our fearful little world of those small t truths. Capital T truths, unconditional love. There's no rules to be broken because there are none. There's no condition to earn that love, and there's no condition where you can lose it. So it's unconditional. So there's this balancing that's coming around this new moon for you. And then we'll go to this one next. Yeah, because here you go. Prince of Swords. It's the Knight of Swords in the Standard Tarot, and you can see here he's wielding the Ace of Swords that she also was wielding. So this is about the quest for higher truths. So really can't add more to that. It's basically what I've been saying since this one and this one and this one. So they're very much reinforcing that this is where you can add more action into, is seeking higher truths and not being stubborn and holding on to the small t truths that you've been taught your entire life. And you are tired of it too. Obviously, you're ready for this message. You're like, yes, I am sick and tired of having those old beliefs. I'm ready for something new. Yeah. And victory, 6 of Wands. Wands is your, it's the fire element, and it's your drive, your passion, your ambition, your aha inspiration. It's your spiritual energy and your energy in general. But the 6 of Wands is about recognition too. And I love this because it really fits into this love card here, where it's saying that you are being recognized by the spiritual world. Even if the physical world doesn't recognize your lovability, your amazingness, and just how awesome you really are, that they recognize it, they see it, they see that you are deserving of love, they are always in your corner, they're always loyal to you, and they just love who you are. And so there's recognition goes beyond the human recognition. I think it's the Light Seers Tarot is one of my favorite decks, where the 6 of Wands shows someone on stage, and down below there's a crowd of people, but they're kind of like transparent, like they're almost like ghostly, but they're transparent. And then there's this huge spotlight shining this huge beam of light, which for me really reiterates it that the praise and of the outside people is empty. It doesn't feel like bright, because you're always afraid that you'll lose it, because it's conditional and guaranteed that you're going to lose it at some point, because it all depends on how they're feeling in the moment, right? But the bright light, the spotlight that comes from up above, that is what brings us that satisfaction and our wholeness. And so there's that message that's mixed in here too. They want that one last, and they want this one next. Yep, and you have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, this is about moving to like a new level of knowledge in your spiritualness. And there's also like this message about the two sides of a spiritual leader. And that is, one, that they're a loving spiritual leader. And this has to do with the two types of truths. When you're in the unconditional love, you're a loving spiritual leader. You're not really caring about yourself. A loving spiritual leader, unconditionally loving spiritual leader, is looking at its congregation or its followers. And it wants what's best for the congregation. It wants what will help them all feel loved and all be successful, because it knows when people come together in that love, they're able to spread that love in amazing ways throughout the world. But the small t truths of fear, that little child inside of us, if it ever feels like it's unsafe or it feels like it's out of control, it goes into fight or flight mode. And when our little human goes into fight or flight mode, it goes out of its mind. The blood rushes from its brain to its arms and legs for it to fight or run. And so it makes decisions and choices that are not based in unconditional love, that are reactionary. And when they're reactionary, they are not generally caring about others, and it will do whatever it feels it needs to do to feel safe again and to feel in control again, which includes trying to take control from others and gain more control for itself. So it changes from this unconditionally loving spiritual leader to pretty much a cult leader, right? And so they're showing the two sides of life, the two sides of choices that can be made there. And then they want this one next. You have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles has this, Pentacles are like your outside world and how you gain your worth in a way, but also how you express your love inside to the outside world. And it's like this message of being authentic to who you really are. And because they have the two sides, usually they'll have like someone working on a work of art and there's someone standing in front of them and someone standing behind them, and the person behind them is like the backstabber and the dream buster and the complainer. You're never going to succeed at that. Why are you doing it that way? Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And we put them outside of our circle because we don't want that negativity around us, because we're trying to create this beautiful work of art. Well, the person in front of us is the person that's supporting us, and they're saying how proud they are of us, and that, they see we're going to be successful, and that they think it's so cool, and yada, yada, yada. But then they say, but have you ever thought of doing it this way? And our little human ego, that unsafe little individual, that child is like, uh-oh, I don't want to lose their support and have them join those naysayers and backstabbers. So that person's more apt to pull us off our authentic path, to do things in a way that we don't really want to do, but we're afraid we'll lose them, so we might. And so this message is about not looking to that outside world, but looking to your inner world, looking to that, how you uniquely want to share your unconditional love with the world, and don't listen to anything on the outside. Follow your heart and express it that way. And then you have the Queen of Swords. So more swords energy, and she is again wielding this Ace of Swords, pursuit of the higher T truths. You see the transformation of all the butterflies there, which is a beautiful message. Because she, in addition to being an air element, all of the queens in the minor arcana also carry water energy. And so she's this beautiful balance between heart and mind. But she wields that Ace of Swords, which, like with these others, allows you to grasp and connect to that capital T truths, and cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you, and really grasp into those capital T truths. And then your final card is the moon. Look, there's the new moon, the Aries new moon. And the moon does really speak of diving into the unknown, diving into the subconscious, the unconscious, connecting to the moon. Obviously, she's connecting to the moon because she's sitting on it, but it's about connecting to the higher realm, connecting to those higher truths, taking time away during this new moon because the veil is going to be thin where you can connect to spirit, to your guardian angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, any of those beings of unconditional love and light. It's a huge calling for you to connect. It's like the high priestess who she goes away from all the noise to her temple where she's able to, in the quiet, raise her vibration to that of spirit, which is of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. And because you're raising your vibration to that frequency at which spirit speaks, you can hear even more clearly. And I've been getting this moon quite a bit in several of the readings, which is telling me that the new moon is really allowing the veil during this time to be very, very thin, where we can really hear clear messages from those beautiful beings on the other side if we're wanting to listen. So I love that for you. All right, and of course, how could I not speak of the moon with Cancer signs that you are ruled by the moon? And so you especially have a beautiful connection to the moon during this time more than anyone. So I love this for you. Take that beautiful energy that's being expanded so greatly during this time and really glean and connect to those capital T truths of just how lovable and amazing you are. I'm going to leave the reading there. If you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these new moon readings, I also put out full moon readings each month, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the elements like water signs, fire signs, etc., and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those messages and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that'll give you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you just select the all option, you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, or you subscribe to a channel, it makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share those videos of the channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, of course, I am very grateful for it. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do currently offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, you Cancer signs, as you go through this beautiful new moon in every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing new moon. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. And until then, you hang in there and you take care.